Hello.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's just, it's the allergy season over here. So my allergies are pretty acting up.
Okay, okay. Thank you for accepting my invitation again and accepting to be on my show again.
Thank you. I appreciate it too. Yeah.
So I wanted to tell how, another topic from you to my audience.
Okay. Yeah. So the topic we can discuss about, because last time we talked about I did a lab on the theme park innovator island application, where we're using different services like DynamoDB, AWS Amplify, Cloud9. So this time around, I'm gonna get a little bit. I think that lab was a little bit more complicated
Yeah.
for especially like beginners, like users who that are beginning, and are trying to get motivated to work into AWS. So today I was thinking we can go about something that's pretty interesting and simple. That actually has like when somebody sees it, they can see a familiarity between the normal computers and the cloud. Like they can see a connection between this and one of them we can do. There is EC2, Amazon EC2,
Okay.
which is the servers and then the storage types. And I was thinking, let's go with the storage types.
Wow.
Let's go with storage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the type of storage types in AWS. We can
Types
go
of
with that.
storage types in AWS.
Yeah, and most everything I'm going to do this time around, I'm gonna do it straight from the console. I'm gonna do it
Okay.
from the console until I'm like maybe creating like a bucket. When I try to create a S3 bucket, that's when I use the command line interface. But everything I'm gonna do, I'm going to do it in the console, and even whatever I'm gonna be reading about to teach, it's going to
Okay.
be in the console, so somebody can go in like once they sign up an account with AWS, and they can also fetch this material and go through it and get a good understanding of how this works.
Okay.
In number
Which means
Yeah,
which means everything you are going to do through console.
yeah, it's gonna be through the console.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and even somebody who doesn't have account, once they visit AWS and they click on the website, they should be able to see everything we're going to do.
Okay. Okay.
Other than but then when we sign into the console, that's when they're gonna need to create an account with AWS, and like I said, the account there is a free tier for beginners. There is you can sign up for a free tier, and you can have a free tier to up to 12 months. So where
Okay.
you can kind of learn, you can learn. It's a free tier to up to 12 months, but not everything is really free. So
Okay.
yes, some services that are free, and as long as you don't go over the limit, uh, most of the services are free.
So the storage services that you said now are free or
Yeah, like I said, with AWS, they give you a free tier. I can actually I can share my screen and show them
okay,
what I mean by a free tier. Yeah.
okay.
So first, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. So like you see, I've clicked here, AWS free tier, and here it tells me to create a free tier account. So as you can see, with the free tier account, this is what you get on your left. This is what you get on you get the features you get on the free tier account: 12 months free, always free. And then on the free tier, you have Amazon EC2 750 hours per month. You get resizable compute capacity in the cloud. You get Amazon S3 5 gigabytes of storage per month. As you can see, 5 gigabytes, 20,000 GET requests, 2,000 put requests. Amazon RDS 700, which Amazon RDS, which is Amazon Relational Database, 750 hours per month of database T2 micro database usage. You get Amazon DynamoDB, always free. You get 20 gigabytes of storage. The service is free, but you get for the storage, you get 20 gigabytes of storage. Machine learning, Amazon SageMaker, you get 2 months free trial. AWS Lambda, 1 million free requests per month. Compute, Amazon Light Sale, 750 hours. Amazon Guard Duty, 30 days free trial. Amazon SNS, 1 million publishers. The list goes on and on. They can read through if you are interested, and it should be able to give you all of this for you to explore with AWS. With that being said, let's hop on for today's topic with what you're going to do. So all right. Let me go ahead and sign in. All right. Yeah. So now I've finished signing into the console, and I'm going to show you the storage types in AWS. So if you come here, as you can see, we can navigate through the console like so. Let me widen the screen. You can see. I'm trying to find any documentation. Let me try to go on this side. Find a documentation I can use. White paper. Okay. Yeah. Can you see my screen again? Hello, Sai. Are you there?
Yeah. I put on mute.
Yeah.
I can see the storage.
Okay. So now, this here, you can get it on the website, like Amazon storage types, white papers.
Okay.
Some of the white papers, and as you can see, the first one is Amazon S3. The second one is Amazon Elastic Block Storage. The third one is Amazon Elastic File System. The fourth one is Amazon FX for Lustre. Fifth one is Amazon FSX for Windows File Server, Amazon S3 Glacier, and Amazon Storage Gateway. On the first one, I should be able to do a quick lab about creating a bucket and stuff. So what is Amazon S3? Amazon Simple Storage Service in full is an object storage service that offers industry-leading scalable data availability, security, and performance. This means customers of all sizes, industries can use it to store and protect any amount of data for a range of use cases such as websites, mobile applications, backup and restore, archive, enterprise applications, IoT devices, big data analytics. Amazon S3 provides easy to use management features so you can reorganize your data and configure fine-tuned access control to meet your specific business, organizational, and compliance requirements. Amazon S3 is designed for 99.9999, 11 nines, basically. That's what we call it, 11 nines of durability, and stores data for millions of applications for companies all around the world. So what they mean with the 911s of durability, that means it's durable. Like it has it's the guaranteed durability of it not getting damaged or destroyed. Amazon provides 99, like 11 nines of durability. That means that's how strong and durable they know it's available. Like when you use Amazon S3, like the data will always be available, and it gives you 11 nines of durability. 99.9, which is 11 nines. The second one is Amazon Elastic Block Storage. What is Amazon Elastic Block Storage? We call it, in short, Amazon EBS. Amazon EBS provides persistent block storage volumes for use with Amazon EC2 instances in the cloud, AWS cloud. Each Amazon EBS volume is automatically replicated within its availability zone to protect you from component failure, offer high availability and durability. Amazon EBS volumes offer the consistent and low latency performance needed to run your workloads. Amazon EBS volumes offer the consistency and low latency performance needed to run your workloads. Amazon EBS, you can scale your usage up or down within minutes, or while paying a low price for only what you use. So what do they mean by that?
Which means pay only for the usage.
Exactly. So with you running Amazon Elastic Block Storage, you can run it on they can offer it as like a volume. They can use it as a volume storage on your instances, like EC2 instance, for example. And you can pay only for what, like there is a pay-as-you-go model. You can pay only for what you use. And also, there are also other options. You can do, if you don't pay only for what you use, you can, there is a pay-as-you-go module, like I said, and you can reserve, you can use part instances, you can use reserved instances, you can use convertible reserved instances, where your EC2 instances are on and off, and based on your usage and stuff, you can bring them on to do whatever you need to do with the servers. The third one is Amazon Elastic File System, which we call Amazon EFS. Amazon EFS provides a simple, scalable, elastic file system for Linux-based workloads for use with AWS Cloud Services and on-premises resources. It is built to scale on demand to petabytes without disrupting applications, growing and shrinking automatically as you add and remove files. So your applications have the storage they need when they need it. So what they mean with this, with Amazon EFS, it provides a scalable file system where for Linux-based workloads for use with AWS Cloud Services and on-premises. That means you can attach it to on-premises, or you can attach it to the cloud, your cloud servers. And you can, since it's an elastic file system, it grows up to, like, it scales based on your demand. Like, let me say, for example, you had a demand of 50 gigabytes of storage you are using, but as time goes on, your demand increases to where you need more than 50 gigabytes of storage. With EFS, it scales automatically based on your demand, and if your demand can reach up to petabytes of storage, it still can handle this without distracting your application. And also it can shrink if your demand decreases. It can shrink down. Going on, it is designed to provide massively parallel shared access to thousands of Amazon EC2 instances, enabling your applications to achieve high volume of aggregate throughput and IOPs with consistent low latencies. Amazon EFS is a fully managed service that requires no changes to your existing applications and tools, provides access through a standard file system interface for seamless integration. Amazon EFS is a regional service storing data within and across multiple availability zones for high availability and durability. You can access your file systems across AZs, which is availability zones, and regions, and share files between thousands of Amazon EC2 instances and on-premises servers via AWS Connect or AWS VPN. So let me give you a very good example, a clear example of Amazon EFS. Like, let me assume like it's on premises. Let me say, for example, let me try to get a whiteboard to show you. I'm going to use the whiteboard here. Trying to see if you have a whiteboard I can use here on Skype. Does Skype offer a whiteboard?
I don't think Skype offers a whiteboard. There is no whiteboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me try to get something to use. It's fine. Okay. All right. As you can see, I'm going to give you an example of a real, let me say, for example, trying to find a diagram to use. Okay, so I created a quick diagram here. So let me assume these are on-premises servers, right? This is your Elastic file system. Server A has reports, let me say billing reports, and then server B has another kind of report that has to be consumed. Now imagine a situation on the on-premises server. How would you access these files? Remember, you need to create a detailed report where both servers can be able to access. Well, server A needs the reports from server B, and then server B needs reports from server A. How would you access those files? The only way, like if it was on premises, the only way you would access those files is to create like you create another server, to create another like a folder on one of the servers, and then you copy the files from B and you put them on A. That's how you would access them. But with EFS, you can let me say, for example, it's on in the cloud. With server A, you can have server A and server B. They are all running, but then you can mount EFS, Elastic File System. You can create an Elastic File System and then mount it on both servers. So if you create something on server A, in order for server B to access the files on server A, EFS helps you out because you can access this because this EFS is mounted to server A and then it's mounted to server B. You can access it through EFS. With EFS, you can be able to do that. You can access files on both servers without a problem.
What is EFS? It is a mediator or?
Yes, it's a mediator basically. It's a mediator. You can mount it on server A, and then you can mount it on server B again, and then you can access the files interchangeably through the EFS file system.
Okay, it is a medium.
Exactly. You can mount it on both servers.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Then the next one is Amazon
only
FX for Lab.
one more question. One more question.
Yeah.
Only on on-premises servers or the servers which are there on the cloud also?
Yeah, you can both on the cloud and on premises.
Both.
You can. Yeah, because you can be able to mount EFS file system on premises as well.
Okay.
You can. Yeah. Then the next one, since we are running out of time, I'm gonna go pretty quick. The next one is Amazon FX for Lustre. Amazon FX for Lustre is a fully managed file system that is optimized for compute-intensive workloads, such as high-performance computing, machine learning, media data processing workflows. Many of these applications require the high performance and low latencies for scale-out parallel file systems. Operating these file systems typically requires specialized expertise and demonstrative overhead, requiring you to provision storage servers and tune performance parameters. With Amazon FSx, you can launch and run a Lustre file system that can process massive data setup at up to hundreds of gigabytes per second or throughput, miles of IOPs, and sub-millisecond latencies. Amazon FX for Lustre is seamlessly integrated with Amazon S3. Yeah, it's integrated with Amazon S3, making it easy to link your long-term data sets with your high-performance file system to run compute-intensive workloads. You can automatically copy data from Amazon S3 to Amazon FX for Lasta, run your workload, and then write requests back to S3. So what that means, since it's integrated with Amazon S3, that means like once with your long-term data that you store for long term, like we're talking about, like, because Amazon Simple Storage Service has storage classes where you can use life cycle management to store your data, and then you can move to different classes in order to reduce your cost of how much you get charged when you are storing data. So you can move from Amazon S3 standard to Amazon S3 frequent access to Amazon S3 Glacier for long-term access. Moving on, FX for Lasta helps you to cost optimize your storage for compute-intensive workloads. It provides cheap and performant non-replicated storage for processing data. With your long-term data storage durable in Amazon S3 or other low-cost data stores. With Amazon FX for Lasta, you pay for only the resources you use. There are no minimal commitments, upfront hardware or software costs, or additional fees. So like they said, you pay only for what you use. That's the advantage of using AWS. You have a pay-as-you-go model where you pay only for what you use, and you don't have upfront costs, which is something you would have done on premises. Yeah. See, with moving to the cloud, you have this advantage of a pay-as-you-go model, where on premises will be different. That you have to buy servers, get people, get engineers to configure them, and then IT engineers to make everything work, and then you have to pay them, which is not the case with the cloud. You have a pay-as-you-go model where you pay for only for what you use, and there's no upfront charges. Then the next one we have is Amazon FX for Windows File Server. Amazon FX for Windows File Server provides a fully managed, and also when you hear the word fully managed, that means you don't have to manage anything. Everything is managed on AWS's end. So the server is fully managed on the AWS's end. All you have to do is launch the server and then start using it, because it's fully managed by AWS. So Amazon FX for Windows File Server provides a fully managed native Microsoft Windows file system, so you can easily move your Windows-based applications that require file storage to AWS. It's built on Windows File Server. Amazon FX for Lasta provides shared file storage with compatibility and features that your Windows-based applications rely on, including full support for the SMB protocol, which is Simple Message Block Protocol, and Windows NTFS, Active Directory, AD integration, and distributed file systems. Amazon FX uses SSD storage to provide the fast performance your Windows applications and users expect, with high levels of throughput and IOPs and consistent sub-millisecond latencies. This compatibility and performance is particularly important when moving workloads that require Windows shared file systems like CRM, ERP, and .NET applications, as well as home directories. Amazon FSX, you can launch highly durable and available Windows file systems that can be accessed from up to thousands of compute instances using the industry standard SMB protocol. Amazon FSx eliminates the typical administrative overhead of managing Windows file server. You pay only the resources used with no upfront costs, minimal commitments, or additional fees. The next one we have, it's also, this one is, it's the S3 standard class, but they also put it in here, like it's under S3 standard class, which is Amazon S3 Glacier. What is Amazon S3 Glacier? Amazon S3 Glacier is secure, durable, and extremely low-cost storage service for data archiving and long-term backup. It's designed to deliver 99.9, which is 11 nines durability, and provides comprehensive security and compliance capabilities that can help meet even the most stringent regulatory requirements. Amazon S3 Glacier provides query-in-place functionality, allowing you to run powerful analytics directly on your archive data at rest. You can store the data for as little as 0.004 cents per gigabyte per month, and a significant saving compared to on-premises solutions. To keep costs low, yet suitable for varying retrieval needs, Amazon S3 Glacier provides 3 options for access to archive, from a few minutes to several hours. So what they mean with provides options for access to archive from a few minutes to several hours? So with Amazon S3 Glacier, you have an option to do a expedited retrieval. This means within a 6 seconds, because this data has been stored for a long time. That's why Amazon S3 Glacier is meant for data archiving, for archive data for long-term backup. Data you store for a long time, like let me give you like a real example, like let me say you have files on your server that you access after like 10 years. You access after 10 years. They have been stored for 10 years. But if you want, like all of a sudden a customer wants to access those files, they can do a expedited retrieval where within seconds they can access this data. But instead of you paying 0.004 cents per gigabyte per month, there is a different fee you pay because you are doing express retrieval, which is expedited, like you need it for quick access. And then also ranging on the hours of how long you need it, there are also other options where it doesn't have to be expedited retrieval. Then the last one, we have Amazon AWS Storage Gateway. Amazon AWS Storage Gateway is a hybrid storage service that enables your on-premises application to seamlessly use AWS cloud storage. You can use the service for backup and archiving, disaster recovery and cloud data processing, storage tiering, and migration. Your applications connect to the service through a virtual machine and hardware gateway application using standard storage protocols such as NFS, SMB, and ISCSI. The gateway connects to AWS storage services such as Amazon S3, Amazon S3 Glacier, Amazon EBS, providing storage for files, volumes, and virtual tapes in AWS. The service includes the highly optimized data transfer mechanism with bandwidth management and automated network resilience and efficient data transfer, along with a local cache for low latency on-premises access to your most archived data. So with Amazon Storage Gateway, what they mean by hybrid storage, that means you can connect Amazon Storage Gateway to your own premises, and at the same time you connect it to the cloud, to your cloud servers. So if you have your servers in the cloud on Amazon, and then also you have servers on premises, you can connect Storage Gateway to your own premises, and at the same time you connect it to your cloud servers or to the storage types like Amazon S3. So let me say, for example, you can have Amazon S3. Let me give an example where I told you about archive data, which is Amazon S3 Glacier, and you have your files you store for long term, like those files I was talking about, like that you stored for 10 years in Amazon S3 Glacier. And then the customer wants to access those files. You can use Amazon Storage Gateway to connect your on-premises servers to connect to your on-premises servers. At the same time, it can connect to your Amazon S3 Glacier. And then if a customer wants to access those files, they can be pulled from the cloud from Amazon S3 Glacier using Amazon AWS Storage Gateway. That's why it's called a hybrid storage.
Okay.
Yeah. So without wasting so much time, I was gonna use the console. Everything we're going to do is gonna be in the console. I'm gonna use the console. I'm gonna create a S3. I'm gonna go to what. Let me explain exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go to the S3 service, create a S3 bucket, and then we're gonna upload files from my local computer. It's gonna act as like maybe my on premises, basically. Upload the files. After I upload the files, I'm gonna show you the files, and then I'm gonna delete the resources. So without wasting time, let me try to log in. If I'm already okay. He had logged me out. Yeah, as you can see, I'm gonna go here on my console. I'm gonna go to services. I'm gonna type S3. As you can see, this is S3. I'm gonna click on S3. Also to show you quick, there is also Storage Gateway. You can also see it here. That's AWS Storage Gateway I was talking about. And this is EFS, Amazon Elastic File System, the one you can mount to the servers. This is Amazon Managed File Storage. You can use it on the EC2 servers. And then there is FSX for Lasta. There is FSX, which is there. There is Amazon FX for Lasta. Put in here, Amazon FX. Lasta. So under Amazon FSX, there is Amazon FX for Lasta. When you click on it, like I was saying, the ones I was showing you, these are the types. Amazon S3, Amazon EFS, Amazon FSX, S3 Glacier, which was originally under S3. It's still under S3. And then Amazon Storage Gateway, the one we can use to connect to on-premises and access the files interchangeably. And then AWS Backup is also offered now. And also some of these services are newer. They just added them, and as time goes on, Amazon adds more services, and all these either it might be storage or database. They keep adding. So the one we were talking about, I'm gonna go under storage. I'm gonna click on Amazon S3. Amazon S3. As you can see here, there is the application I was working on, so I already have like buckets under here. But what I'm going to do, I'm gonna go ahead and delete these buckets. You see how it told me this bucket is not empty? That means I can't delete my bucket when there is something in there. That means something is in there. So I have to delete what's in there first. Then I have to type permanently delete, permanently delete. It deleted the object. Now I can go back and then I can delete this bucket. And then when I delete the bucket, I have to type the whole URL name for the bucket. So I copy the name for the bucket, I paste it in here. Now it allows me to delete. Okay, it said after you or your admin have updated your admin permission to allow S3 bucket, choose the delete bucket. So you see how I clicked here? The reason why it's denying me, that means there is a policy. I have a policy. I have a policy that's not allowing me to do this. And since I created it when I was doing the application, I have to go delete that policy and then delete the bucket, which actually will take a long time for me to do that. So I'm gonna just leave it. But if I can go, I'll show. There is no time. There is not enough time, but I'll show you. There is a policy. I can show you the bucket policies here. If I go under here, under permission, there you go. You see that policy? Resource. This is the bucket policy. As you can see, it says, it gives me the account name, the ABS account name, and then it says effect deny, principal AWS, all S3 delete bucket. You see that? So that's why it's not allowing me to delete the action S3 delete bucket. So I have to delete this policy. After I delete this policy, then it will allow me to delete the bucket. So if I say delete policy, I delete this. After I delete that, I go back to the bucket and then I say delete. I tap again, the whole name, copy, paste, and then I delete. As you can see, I deleted it because the policy was allowing me the same thing. If I do this, it might tell me the same thing. Of course, there is a file I need to delete. I delete that. Yeah. I type permanently delete. Permanently delete. I delete. Come back, close here. I go back. I'm gonna try again and do this. It's gonna tell me the same thing as I had said earlier. If deleting a bucket cannot be undone, it's warning us. And then I say yes, delete bucket, paste, delete. See, it gave me the same. You did not have permissions to delete bucket. Elastic beanstalk US to East. After you and all your admin have updated your IAM permissions to allow S3 delete bucket, choose delete bucket. If you have S3 delete bucket permissions in your IAM user policy and you cannot delete a bucket, the bucket policy might include a deny statement for S3 delete bucket. Before you can delete bucket, you must delete the deny S3 bucket statement or delete. So like I said, and if you look up here, my username, I'm not logged in as a root user, by the way. I'm logged in, you see on the top here of the console, it says Edgar at a number. That means I don't use my root user account because of best practices, security best practices with AWS. So like I said, the same thing, I have to go back and go to the policy, go to the bucket policy. So if I click on this bucket, I go to permissions, I go again, there is this policy here, actions, I scroll down, it's denying AWS to sources effect, deny this account. So this is the account is telling me to effect deny principal AWS all service. Action delete bucket is not allowing me, but I'm not going to delete that one because I'm still working on there's an application I'm still working on. So I'm gonna go quick. There are two ways to do this, by the way. The first way, I can use the terminal. I can use the terminal to create this bucket, or I can use the console to do this. So I'm gonna ask Sai to Sai.
Yeah.
Which one? And do you want me to use the console or the terminal?
Console.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I said let me use the console because it's easier and simple, so somebody can be able to get a clear understanding. So we come in here. Let me go back again. I'm gonna go on services, and then I type S3, right? And if you are doing it for the first time, right? If you are doing it for the first time, you're not going to see this. It will bring you to just S3, and then they'll give you a couple of options. But I'm gonna come here and then I'm gonna say create bucket. So I create a bucket. I give a bucket name. I'm gonna give it to make it simple. I'm gonna give it site talks.
Okay.
Site tech talks. Site tech talks.
Can we use capital letters?
Okay. All right. Site. Oh, sorry. Site tech talks. We're gonna create it in the region. We're gonna select a region, as you can see here. So I'm gonna use US East North Virginia. US East North Virginia.
Okay.
By the way, with North Virginia has about 6 availability zones. The region North Virginia has about 6. It's like the default region most of the time. They're gonna say the next says copy settings from existing buckets. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna copy settings. We're gonna say it's telling us block access setting for this bucket. It's telling us to block public block access settings for this bucket. We're gonna keep it there for now, but I'll show you later how we can do it. It's gonna tell me to bucket versioning, to enable bucket versioning. So with bucket versioning, that means like versioning means keeping multiple variants of an object in the same bucket. You can use versioning to preserve, retrieve, or restore every version of every object stored in Amazon S3 bucket. That means if you delete your bucket accidentally and stuff, when you enable versioning, your bucket gets recreated again. So it keeps multiple copies of you can't, when it gets deleted like accidentally, there is another version of it that's get created. Tell us to add tags. I'll say no. Default encryption. So we have different kinds of encryptions. We have server-side encryption. When you enable server-side encryption, that means like when you store your files, as soon as you upload your files to the S3 bucket, they get encrypted. They get encrypted automatically. And when you download the files, that's when they get unencrypted. They get decrypted, so you can access them. But when you upload them, they get encrypted. And then we're gonna say create bucket. Well, it says bucket name must not contain uppercase letters, must not contain uppercase characters. Bucket name contains invalid characters. So it has to be in short, and then it doesn't have to have spaces. So we're gonna say, we're gonna keep it small, say, H, talks. When I say again, create, as you can see, successfully created bucket site H talks. To upload files and folders or to configure additional bucket settings, choose view details. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna come see now I have two buckets. I have site talk. I'm gonna click on site H talks, and then as you can see, once we click on it, we have objects, we have properties, we have permissions, we have metrics, management, access points. We can do, let me first go with this. As you can see, our object, there is no object in this bucket. The bucket is empty, there is no object. But we're gonna upload a bucket. Permissions, let's see what we have on permissions. Like we see, permissions here we have bucket versioning, we can enable versioning, we can tag our bucket, we have default encryption, we can choose an encryption, we have intelligent tier archive configurations. With intelligent tiering, that means well, your data can transition through the storage classes. So from Amazon S3 standard, you can go through switch storage classes like S3 intelligent tiering, and then it goes to S3 IA infrequent access, and then it goes to S3 one zone infrequent access, and then it goes to Amazon S3 Glacier. Now we have server accessing logs. We have AWS CloudTrail data events. There is also, we can configure CloudTrail to see the events, to monitor the events that go through in the bucket. We can turn on event notification. We can use transfer acceleration, and you can even host a static website in this. with Amazon S3, we can host a static website using this. This is something we can see later or in the future. But our option was to go, okay, and then we have permissions. Like I said, right now, like you see, it's blocking all public access. So our object we're gonna upload here cannot be accessed publicly in the URL because after we upload it, because we have blocked public access. But if we turn it off, if we turn off block public access, we should be able to view our object publicly. Total size of the bucket and the numbers, the metrics. We have management. This is where we can create lifecycle rules. So we can transition through storage classes all the way to archive. Replication rules, we can replicate our data to different regions, as you can see. Inventory configurations. And then we have access points. We have access points. Access points, we have like policies. You can create policies. Like you saw earlier, you can create policies, SEL, action control, lists. They are like policies you can create in order to access our object. Now going back to the bucket, I'm gonna click here. I'm going to click here to upload. As you can see, it's gonna tell me add a file. As you can see, I'm gonna click. It's asking me to add files or add folder. I'm like add files. I come on I look for something. I can pick this object, green screen, and say upload. Now it's telling me, as you can see, after I clicked on upload, this is our image here. It's telling me remove or what. I'm like, no, upload. I click on upload. Now it's uploading. Our upload succeeded. Now we uploaded a file in our object. Now our bucket, as you can see, destination S3// site talks, and succeeded 1 file, 100 MBs, and failed 0 files. As you can see, that's our file. Now, after uploading our file, we can click on it. When we click on it, you can see we have a S3 URL. We have an object URL. We can copy this. We can copy this URL and view our object. So what I'm going to do is, you see this S3 URL, I'm gonna copy it, and then I'm gonna go here in my browser, paste and go. Safari can't open the specified address. Reason being, our object, let me go back here and show you why. Reason is, as you can see, we're gonna go back to permissions. We have, this is the SEL, it also has permissions. So we're gonna go back to our S3 site talks. We're gonna go to permissions. As you can see here, it's telling us, we are in the bucket. As you can see, it's blocked. Block access to public. So I'm gonna click here and say edit. if I uncheck this, and save, and I say confirm, and I say save, and I come back here again and try to view try to hit this URL again. Block off. Permissions. Okay, great. Now copy, paste the object. Let me click it again, and I'll copy the URL, paste and go. Let me click on this, still telling me denied. Okay. I'm gonna come back here. Click on this. Objects actions. So I'm gonna come here, like we said. I'm gonna come here like object actions, and then I'm gonna say make public. So even if I turned off the block public, I still had to make it public here. The bucket failed to edit public access. Error the column in the field to edit the table. Yeah, like so. With what I was saying, if I click here and make public, it should. But I know why it's doing that. My account up here, it doesn't have the right. It doesn't have the right to make changes to this bucket. I don't have the permissions to do that. That's why it's denying me. But if I had the rights, I would come here, click on make public, and then when I go back here, like I had said, in permissions here, if I disable this, like I disabled, and I saved, and I did confirm, like I did, confirm, like I did, and then go to the objects, this one here. Which was off. Yeah, I just wanted to verify. Yes, confirm. And then I go to the objects, click on the object, setting, and I say make public. See how it's telling me? When public read access is enabled and not blocked by block public access settings, anyone in the world can access this specific file. So when I do that, it should do that. But the only reason why it's not doing that because my account doesn't have the permissions. So with that being said, let me explain exactly what I had showed you. If I had the permission, I would be able to see that bucket. Like if I was to click here, see, missing object. To make, you will need to choose the object you want to edit and stuff. So that's what it did. But again, I'm gonna explain again what I did. We created the S3 bucket, site edge talks, and then in the bucket, we uploaded the object. The object, yeah, so anything you upload in the S3 bucket, it's called the object. With S3 storage, they are objects. Something you store in the bucket, it's called objects. So we uploaded it, and then we blocked public access, and then we made it public, and then we copied the URL, and if I had the permissions, I was able to view that bucket, but I didn't have the permissions. And now what we're going to do here, like I said earlier, when you create a bucket, before you delete the bucket, you first delete what's in there. So I click here, and I click on the option delete, and I type permanently delete. Delete, and I say delete objects, which is successful. And then I come back, I delete the bucket. So I'm gonna click here and say delete bucket. I copy it, copy, paste, delete. Now our object has been deleted. And also I can confirm actually with my console, I can confirm. So if I say AWS configure, I'm gonna go to the terminal. I'm logging into my terminal. So I'm there. So if I say AWS -- version, show me the version of AWS. As you can see, this I'm doing it in the terminal. Everything I did in the console, I can do it. You can do it in the terminal. So I'm gonna say AWS S3 LS. See, I have one bucket. Do you see that? And as we compare both of these, this is the bucket name. The other one is deleted. So I did AWS S3 LS. It listed the bucket that we have here. The other one wasn't. The same way I can create a bucket using the command line interface or the terminal. Yeah, using the AWS CLI. So this is my terminal, and I'm on the Mac. I'm on the Mac, so I configured my AWS account, and then I use the keys to log into the account, and I can do everything I do in the command line CLI. With that being said, thank you for listening. I'm gonna hand over the microphone back to Sai.
Yeah, it's very clear, Isaac. It's very clear explanation. So I have 2 to 3 doubts in this.
Yeah.
So in this S3 bucket, can we store only the images, or we can store videos and documents also? And tell me the capacity, the storage capacity, how much data we can store in this S3.
Okay. So with S3, one thing I forgot to tell you about the type of file system. One thing I forgot to tell you was when it comes to the storage type. So Amazon block storage, EBS, for it, it's a block storage kind of file. It's for a block storage. Assume it as it's like a volume storage, like your normal volume. Compare it to a volume storage, like your computer volume, right? On your hard disk.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then Amazon EFS. Amazon EFS is just a file system, like it's a file system storage.
Okay,
Yeah, and then Amazon S3, so basically it's an object storage. It's called the object storage. It's an
okay,
object storage, but with they use the name object storage, but any stuff you store it can even be files. It can be your code. It can be images. It doesn't. It can be anything as long as you store it in the S3 storage. It's called the object, but you can store everything in the
okay.
S3 object. You can store everything in it.
Yeah. So
And
like now, yeah, go on.
then you are asking me that how much size
Yeah,
you can store in a S3 bucket. So a S3 bucket, you can it has you can score from a size from a minimum of 0 bytes
okay.
to a maximum of 5 terabytes.
5 terabytes, okay.
Yeah, 5 terabytes. The largest object that can be uploaded in a single put is 5 gigabytes.
5 gigabytes, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
In a single bucket, we can store 5 gigabytes. In total S3, we can store 5 terabytes,
Right, right.
right?
Yeah, uploaded in a single put up to 5 gigabytes. It can score up to 5 terabytes, but in a single put bucket, like a put is a request, like upload,
Okay,
and stuff. You can score up to 5 gigabytes of data.
okay. In this free
Yes.
account, or if we have the paid account, we can store more in the S3 storage.
Yeah.
Do we have
So like
more?
so like with the free account, it's limited. So because you charge based on the storage, right?
Yeah,
You are charged based on the storage. So the free tier has a limit. Like I remember when I was showing you the
yeah, yeah,
options,
yeah.
this one has 70, 50 hours and stuff. So
Yeah.
even here, you have a limit. But
Okay.
yeah, the cost applies based on what you have and how much, or if you go past the capacity. But as far as I know, S3 storage, yeah, should be free.
Okay. Uh, thank you, Ashok. It's very clear, and thank you for coming to my show and again and spending your valuable time and explaining about storage, types of storage, and how it works, and what is the benefit of it.
Thank you. Thank you, Sai.
Can I put with your permission? Can I put this audio and video clip on my YouTube channel, social media, internet, podcast, website, everywhere with your permission?
Yes, yes, you can. You can. And again, I appreciate your time. And it's pretty a good experience every time I'm here to share with your audience.
Yeah. Can you close the sharing your screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the second or third time you came, and I really want to thank you, even uh, coming when you're busy.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So have you seen my previous videos that I uploaded in the recent times?
Yes. I've seen some. Yeah.
So how is that? What do you say about my work?
Your work is really amazing. Your work is really amazing, and I think, yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. You should get. Well, like I said, this is the future, and this is really amazing. It's like a social media basically for us, uh, the professionals, and a lot of people can learn from that a lot. Like if they know how to use the media platforms for the good of their benefits. Anybody starting a career and stuff can learn from these professionals you interview on here, and uh, they can start their journey, into having a successful career.
So do you have your websites or blogs or any online stuff that you want me to put in the description of this video on YouTube?
Yeah, well, like I talked to you last time, right now I haven't created one, but
Okay.
I guarantee you next time I come online, I should be able to show you one, because like I said, I was even showing the stuff, but I haven't even created one for myself.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
definitely. You want me to put the LinkedIn profile or anything?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, because people who will be watching our video on YouTube, they may have some need of yours, or you may have some need of them, so that it will also benefit. It's a mutual benefit, right? So that's why.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Keep doing
Okay.
what you love and take care of your health, man.
Okay. Bye.